All right, guys, this is our kickoff call for To Be Mindset for our happy, healthy community. And we are so excited that you guys are here, that you're with us. And Paxton has been doing this program since day one, since it came out. And I am more of a slow goer, a late adopter, and I started last Wednesday for sure. So we have been working through this just like you guys are, and as coaches we're part of Alana's exclusive coach test group, so some of you guys are in there as well and able to hear straight from the source, troubleshooting different things. And we just wanted to get you guys on the call, and this is not going to be just us talking. Like, we want to actually hear from you and hear what things you're concerned about, things you might be struggling with. But before we even get started, I wanted to give you some points of reference. So if you are the kind of person that is like me and you're baby stepping, this week I really just want you to focus on getting your water in, taking your little water bottle everywhere. Actually, okay, so confession, it took me even a while to start using this. I started using this like today, and I got it last week. So this has been great because the straw actually helps me to drink more water. But use your water bottle, get your water in, start tracking it, and drink your Shakeology every day. This is going to be the easiest way for you to eat breakfast. So you can use it for any meal. You can use it as a snack if you're really starving. But honestly, guys, the key component to this is consistent breakfast. And that's what Shakeology can be for you. So if you got a box of several different flavors, play around with it. I really enjoy making mine blended. So I have a NutriBullet. I put everything in there and I just give it a spin. Everything cuts up really good. So I throw spinach in, which is like extra credit because we don't need vegetables at breakfast, but I just throw it in there for the extra vitamins. And you want to have a fiber-filled carb, and you'll have your Shakeology as your protein. So that's going to be your perfect breakfast. You can add fruit to it. I also do like mashed sweet potatoes, work really good to make it creamy and consistent. And you can really throw anything in there. Oats, and just play around with it this week. So those are your two things that I really want you guys to focus in on, is getting your water in and drinking your Shakeology every day. If it's not for breakfast, drink it for another meal, depending on your schedule. But honestly, most people really love it for breakfast. It's just easy on the go. So those are my tips for getting started this week. And then we're going to really work through the Plate It, and everybody's kind of sharing their food in the group so you can see what breakfast looks like if you're not doing Shako, or what your lunch can look like, what your dinner can look like. So we're going to help you guys out with that as well. So Paxton, do you have any other tips for week one before we take some questions?
Water is definitely important. I've actually noticed that the days that I go above and beyond my minimal ounces, that those are weight loss days. Like there's a couple of days last week that I drank like close to 200 ounces, and the next day I lost 2 pounds. So obviously the water is like big for me. So it might be big for you. So try to go like above and beyond, just, dividing your weight in half. Go beyond that number. Also, if you have something salty to eat, just like Alana said, make sure you up your water. I ended up getting Mexican food on Friday. It was Friday. And I didn't bring my water bottle. We were traveling and I forgot my water bottle. So I didn't get as much water that day, and I went up a pound. So for me, water is super important. So that's definitely something to watch and track. I saw something that Alana posted. I don't know if it was in the coach group or on her like actual Facebook page, but track everything, even like the little like spoonful of something, like spoonful of peanut butter that you did after you put your shake, or like the peanut butter in your shake. Like make sure you track that. Track, the the pretzels you had at snack, like you just grabbed your hand in the bag and ate a pretzel, like make sure you track that, because the next day you might be like, okay, well, why did I gain weight? It's because you didn't, and then you'll look at your tracker and you might not see that spoonful of peanut butter, but you ate it. So make sure you track whatever you eat, no matter what it is.
Yeah, I think the tracking, I mean, if you guys have
that's why you got to say.
What's that? If you have your tracker booklet,
that's all I have.
Yeah, use those because it's really going to help you. And I've noticed even with the few days that I've been doing this so far, I have some days that have gone down and I've had days that have gone up a little bit. I've not gone back up to my starting weight, but I have gone down, gone up. You know, I'm trying to track and see. So that being said, don't worry if this whole first month is kind of a series of up and down. You're figuring this out. So it's not going to be necessarily huge weight loss going down every single day. That's because we're all figuring out what works best for our bodies, and using this system and you're tracking it, you'll be able to tell, like Paxton said, those days that are weight loss days, you'll see that and what you ate, what you did, if you worked out or not, how much water you had. So that's why tracking is so important, because most people lose more weight in months 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it's just the way that this is a lifestyle. It's not a diet meant for you to lose, so much weight in a short amount of time. This is a way for you to learn how your body reacts to things and take that into consideration on a daily basis. So tracking is so important, and don't get discouraged if you see the scale going up and down a little bit, because that's completely normal as you're figuring this out. Now, if you go into like month 2 and you've been really working through Plate It and water and all of the things that Alana's been saying in the videos, and you're in month 2 and you still haven't lost anything, then you really want to go back to that tracker and say, am I being honest with myself? But right now, this is day 1. You just want to track it, get that water in, and, just take it slow, because this is a long-term thing. We're not going anywhere. We're right here with you. So let's open it up to some questions and see what you guys are curious about, or things that you want us to cover. So you can just unmute yourselves and start with the questions. I see Tiffany and Vanessa. Who else is on the call? Do you want to just unmute and tell us who you are? I'll unmute. Maybe I muted everybody. Don't be shy.
Hey guys, this is Tiffany. Can you hear me?
Yes. Hey, Tiffany.
Hey. So
Yes.
I have a question or maybe an issue that I've been struggling with. So I know it's supposed to be dinner and done, and that's like one of my favorite things. I like that, but I'm really struggling with that because dinner is 75% veggie and 25% protein, which is great, but then I always crave something sweet afterwards. So I'm really struggling like not to eat a sweet thing after dinner.
Paxton, do you have some advice?
I guess when you're craving that, just use the more sure method. Drink your water, and then if you're absolutely like wanting something sweet, then use the more sure method. But like really ask yourself why you're wanting it. So like, is this like just a craving, or is it like I need this? Do I want this, or like am I using it to soothe a comfort? Like, why do you really want that sweet thing?
I think for me, I'm the same way. I grew up with dessert after every meal. I'm serious. And in my family, like, sweets equal love. So we had sweets after every meal, and I grew up with that, and I craved that. So when I started eating healthier, I switched from dessert to healthy dessert to breads, because it's still carbs, still turning into sugar. But I have the same problem, Tiffany, where I struggle with wanting something sweet. So yes, definitely drink up your water. Another thing that has coincided with my sweet craving has been coffee. So I have really kind of swapped my addiction for sugar with coffee. And I do have a little bit of cream in it, but you will see me with a cup of coffee in my hand almost at all times. So that whole 2 hands on the wheel thing is real for me. Another thing that I have done, because it's an accessory, is I make my shake for the next day after dinner time, and I put some almond butter in there. So just having a little bit of almond butter with my coffee, that feels like dessert to me. So I guess it's not exactly what Alana says, but I'm a baby stepper, right? So that's kind of how I deal with it. It's just a little bit of almond butter and coffee. Does that help?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been trying different teas as well, and so that, and those have herbal teas mostly, so those have some sort of flavor, and they're not sweet per se, but at least it's some sort of flavor that's not meat and veggie.
Yeah, 2 hands on the wheel. And you can get those fruity flavored teas, green tea. There's some raspberry green teas and stuff like that, and they really taste pretty good. So that's a good option. I think as we go along, our cravings are going to get less. It's just a matter of pushing through this beginning of changing our habits. Mm-hmm. Great question. What else? Any other questions?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
When is day 1, actually? Because it sounds like some people are starting it on when it first came out, and some people started last week. Officially, when is day 1?
I guess our group started officially today, even though we opened it up last week for people to kind of get their feet wet. But everybody is kind of going at their own pace, which makes it different than any other program or group we've done. But we're treating this as day 1 today, which doesn't mean you had to be perfect today or that you had to do it completely right or whatever that means. But this is when our group is kind of kicking off.
Okay.
So
then what?
I just want to encourage you, if you have not taken your before pictures and measurements, make sure you do that as soon as possible, because you're going to want them later. You don't have to post them in the group or anything like that. But it would be a good idea to email them to me or your coach. And then that way, for accountability's sake, you're going to want them to look back on and say, okay, as of May 14th, I was starting this program, even if it wasn't full on doing everything perfect,
Right. So we are supposed to have to take before and after pictures for this program?
Yeah, you're going to be mostly taking before and progress pictures, really. I would say your after is probably when you hit your goal weight, whatever that is for you. But it's just so different than our other, 30, 60, 90-day programs where there's a start and finish. This is nutrition for life. So,
and then okay, so when we do our before and after photos, actually, how long is this? Is this a 30-day program or 60 days, or what is this?
That's the beauty of it. It's so the idea is for this to be a lifestyle, for it not to have an ending date, but for you to be able to figure out, okay, how can I get down to my weight loss goal and maintain that? So your maintenance may look a little different than your weight loss. You may be able to, I don't know, eat more dairy when you're maintaining than you can when you're trying to really lose weight. So we're all going to kind of figure this out as we go. But I know that Alana has had clients that have lost, 100 pounds and kept it off for 10 months. So they have an after picture when they reached a certain weight loss goal, but then to be able to maintain that is the key.
Okay. Then I have one other question. Can we eat anything we want, or is it kind of restricted? Are we supposed to eat lean meats, fresh fruits and vegetables, or what are we supposed to eat?
Yeah, who is this? First of all, I can't see your name or anything.
It's Laura.
Oh.
Laura Timish.
Okay, so when you got access to the program, then you were able to get online to the tubi.com website. And when you go in there, there's program materials, even if you haven't gotten your pack yet. And when you do get your pack, you're going to see there's the whole list of the foods and everything. There's a go-to guide. It will have a lot of the same foods you're used to anyway with the other programs. So it'll give you food lists for your veggies, proteins, and really the difference, if you've been doing Beachbody programs before, which obviously you have, the thing that's going to be different is that the fruits and the carbs are combined as carbohydrates, FFCs, your fiber-filled carbs. So, I mean, a lot of these things are already clean eating items that we've always used with Beachbody programs. And then they'll also have a list of silly carbs or treats. So it says these are not the smartest for your weight loss, and they're not the smartest for your mindset. It's okay on occasion, but prioritize your favorite sweets, and a little bit here and there is not a problem as long as you track it. So basically, when people are asking Alana, can I have this? Can I have that? She said, track it. You can have whatever you want, just track it. So you're going to see what you have on weight loss days versus what you have on possible weight gain days, and then you'll be able to make your choices from that. So nothing is off limits, but there are like suggestions of daily foods that from these food lists.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah, it's really not that different. If you've done Beachbody stuff before, for anybody on the call, if you've done any Beachbody programs before, the lists are pretty similar. It's just you're cutting down to only like 3 main categories and then accessories. So your like cheese and avocados that used to be healthy fats or nuts, those are listed as accessories. So you just want to do, 1 to 2 per meal at most. And, if you've done Beachbody programs before, I try to limit even the healthy fats to like once a day like we're used to. So you can kind of go along with what you're used to and make it fit into this system. It's just reorganizing how your food is laid out during the day, really.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So when you get have you gotten your physical booklet yet?
I have.
Okay. Take a look at that. It's on the My Go-To Guide. And right in here, there's a whole list starting on page 6. So I actually took this with me today to the grocery store because I was like, wait, what is butternut squash? And it turns out butternut is counted as a carbohydrate, but the spaghetti squash is a veggie. So it kind of helps you out with that.
All right.
But I can tell you that Paxton had ice cream last weekend. I
actually didn't know that.
Last week, and both had weight loss days. I wouldn't recommend it daily, but it's not going to kill you. It's like this is a way to live life in a balanced, simple manner and enjoy it.
Okay.
What else? Anyone else have questions? we are going to try to be doing these calls on a regular basis. I would love to be able to do them kind of weekly and check in with you guys. Because this is a program that doesn't have a start-stop date per se, and this is just a nutrition program you can use with any workout program or no workout program whatsoever, we may have new challengers, new to be bunnies to come and join our Happy Healthy community throughout. So you may have seen that there are units in the community page. And I was going to make a separate video about this anyway, but the units are a way that you can go back and look at our prep week. You can go back and look at the first couple weeks and review information. But it's also for our new beginners as they come in, that we don't have to have them wait for a specific day to get started. That material in there in the different units, like Start Here, Week 1, all of those things will help our new people to get started at any point. So this is a rolling group. It will not have an end date. This is an ongoing community. So you guys, basically when you got started with your 2B Mindset kit, you were able to have, your access to this group with us. Now, because we do this group and we are commission based, our ability to pour into you guys as our job is based on commission. So what happens is we do require our challengers to be on Shakeology after the first 30 days, and a lot of you are on it right now, but we want to get you guys started. So if for some reason you miss a month or something is going on, or you want to order the bars instead or whatever, we want to just be in communication with you guys to be able to give you the best resources possible. So that's why we have kind of this rolling group, and we'll have people, I'm sure, that will come and go, but most of it is we want to make sure that you guys have the support long term, and it's not, like I said, not a 90 day program, it's long term. So we are here for you, and we want to make sure that you get the best results possible. And when you pay it forward and you help somebody else to do the same thing, then they're going to be able to jump in the group right there with you. They don't have to necessarily wait, because we have all those units set up for you. So if you guys don't have any other questions, I don't want to keep you too long, but we just wanted to kind of introduce you to like the program and get you started. Drink your water, drink your Shakeology, and get used to watching the videos. If you have questions, that's what the community is for. So we are here for you. There are no silly questions at all. We're all figuring this out, and we're going to be here for each other long term, so you don't have to worry about, okay, I didn't get it perfectly right today. That's okay. We're all in it together and baby stepping as we go. So just keep checking in the group so that we can help you, and ask questions as you need to as you go. So anything else, Paxton?
I don't have anything.
Well, we are super excited for you guys. This is the beginning of an amazing journey, and we're all going to be here supporting each other, and I'm just glad that you are a part of it. So again, thank you, and we will talk to you guys soon.